But I ask you right now, as we head, past Thanksgiving, so now we're really in the nitty-gritty. Who is the biggest threat in the NFC to the Eagles right now, RC?
I think it's the San Francisco 49ers. And, you can obviously add the Dallas Cowboys into that. But when you think about what DeMeco Ryans, the defensive coordinator of the San Francisco 49ers, has that defense doing, the way that they fly around on the second level with guys like Fred Warner and Greenwell, the way they play up front, led by Bosa, I think what they can do defensively is actually one of the teams that can stifle what Philadelphia Eagles have offensively in Jalen Hurts in that run game. And also when you think about offensively, having the diversity in all of their different skill players to go from CMC to Deebo Samuel to Brandon Ayuk to George Kittle and also a guy like Kyle Shanahan, I believe that is one of the tougher matchups both schematically and based on roster that the Philadelphia Eagles can have in the entire playoffs.
Yeah, we haven't shown you the highlight today of San Francisco, a fairly easy win against New Orleans yesterday, shutting them out. So that's one vote for San Francisco. Who's the biggest threat?
Yeah, I got to go Dallas. I think the San Francisco defense is incredible. The Dallas defense is not that much worse. They're just as good in many areas. But more importantly, they have an offense that you can trust. I think the 49ers offense can be explosive, but also it came up a little bit lame yesterday in that game. They can do that from time to time. That's not what you're getting with the Cowboys. You're going to need to score points. We just saw that Dan did that great touchscreen about how good that Eagles offense is. You're going to have a team that's going to be able to put up those points and have a quarterback that can overcome his coaching on occasion, and that's not what I expect to see from. So
your vote is basically Dak over Jimmy G is what gives you the confidence in Dallas over the Niners.
They have comparable defenses, and I go Dak over Jimmy.
How about you, Danny?
It's San Francisco, and candidly, I'm closer to placing San Francisco as the actual team to beat in the whole conference. Than I am thinking that Dallas is the team that is most capable of beating Philly. In the last 3 weeks, this is why we don't trust the Cowboys. 3 weeks ago, you get the loss on the road to Green Bay when you collapse in the fourth quarter. Then you dump trunk Minnesota, and then you kind of squeak by the Giants this past week on Thanksgiving when they have absolutely nobody left because of all their injuries. You can't do that in the playoffs. And the reality is this for San Francisco. I get it. We don't trust Jimmy G. He don't got to do a ton. There are so many different people to throw. I don't like their pass protection right now, but that defense. And let me be very clear. If DeMeco Ryans has anybody who's a good offensive mind that's going to go with him, he should be the #1 head coaching candidate next year. Their defense is so stinking good. I think San Francisco is right neck and neck with Philadelphia more than I think Dallas is.
Yeah, and I'm going to say Dallas just because that's what I do.
And it's right.
And I don't like a show. They played Thursday, and I wasn't here Friday, so I was very hurt by that, so I didn't get a chance to say, how about them Cowboys after they come off of their win. But I tend to, actually, in an honest moment, kind of lean towards the 49ers right this minute as well. I will never not pick the Cowboys because that's just the way the getup works. I need the Cowboys playing deep into January, but the 49ers would scare me to death. Everything about the 49ers would scare me to death if I'm playing them in the playoffs.
Not everything.
Everything. That quarterback doesn't lose games. I know he doesn't scare you.
He's like tied with Steve Young, bro.
His
record's like Steve Young's record or something crazy.
Yo, I thought we were past this. I know sometimes on Wednesday I got to deal with quarterback as a winning stat, but I thought on Monday we was past quarterback as a winning stat.
We don't live in that world. We don't live in that world.
I mean, come on, let's be serious. We saw what their team was last year in the playoffs. Their defense won them 2 games. At some point, you're going to need your quarterback. They won them 2 games when the quarterback played poorly. At some point, you're going to need your guy to step up.
I just think there's so many people to throw the ball to. I don't think, hey, get to your third progression. It's George Kittle.
Yeah. Or hand it to one of them. RC, give us a quick final word.
No, I think I agree with Dan on that. It's not necessarily about, Jimmy Garoppolo just has to be a very good point guard right now. Get the football out of your hands to your playmakers and allow them to make big plays. And I think that's the difference from the previous years.
And they're as explosive as Dallas's defense is, the 49ers scares me even more. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.